It is time to officially jump into a number one contendership match as we look to continue with Meltdown Triple Threat Tornado Tag Team Trivia. Thank you for being here today. Today's competitors include completely new team pairings, but all of these drafted squads have earned the right to be here. And if history tells us anything about this format, then I promise you won't want to miss how today's competition turns out. While these three teams are all worthy of a title shot, unfortunately, only one will move on to fight for the Meltdown Triple Threat Tornado Tag Team Trivia titles when it's all said and done. Win and you're in right here on the Meltdown, presented by MyBookie, broadcasting live across the hall from the Culver studio.
Two big boys in a tiny studio, teaching you and me about everything they know that makes sound. A meltdown, it's the meltdown, time for the meltdown, coming for the meltdown, let's start the show.
Welcome in to another trivia bout as we are set to see all of these teams that I'm about to introduce battle for a number one contendership for those tag team titles. I am Tim Melton, and we are thrilled to be here with you today. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button for us. You can comment and play along. There will be moments within tag team trivia where the audience is relied upon, so make sure that you are right there with your keyboard ready to participate, because you never know when one of these competitors may be calling upon you for that helpful aid for sure. The other half of the Meltdown is Jon Lunceford. He'll be joining us here shortly in studio, and we look forward to that appearance as he has a little bit of a beef with Meltdown Triple Threat Tornado Tag Team Trivia, as he was on the end of a result that maybe didn't go his way, the way that was expected, leading to the biggest upset in the history of the league. We'll talk with him about that in just a few moments. I do want to point out our producer today. That is the one, the only EG, who is back there making her debut behind the board for us on the Meltdown.
Woohoo!
I think that was Spud whistling, right?
No.
Oh, that was Boomer. That was Boomer whistling. EG, welcome in, and we appreciate you producing today.
Of course. It's new for me, but we're going to have fun doing it.
You're used to competing. How does it feel instead to be producing? You really do have control of the entire game now.
Yeah, I feel like this might be a cheat code for my game next week.
Absolutely, absolutely. I believe we have Tyler back there along the back row who's also producing for us today, as we are going to bring Tyler in here to the program. And Tyler, you're formerly of Team Supreme Spiders. You're now current Meltdown World Champion. My, how things change. I've got a question for you, Tyler. Spud was at one point your trusted trivia teammate. What happened, and are you concerned at all about your former trivia partner's recent performances?
He hit a bit of a cold streak. He was the feared world champion at one point, and I just really need somebody that will not only get the answers right, but when they're unsure, they'll trust in their teammate, and Spud did not do that last time, unfortunately.
Well, we are going to see Tyler teamed up with Brian Pavlik next week, and that should be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and introduce today's contenders. Let's begin with Team Landlocked. Jim Dunaway, welcome back into the arena. You drafted Lance live on the show last Wednesday. While I could tell that came from your heart, what is your team's official strategy today, if you had to pinpoint it?
When we have the opportunity, Lance is going to answer the question. The toughest question he had to answer was live on the air, me calling to ask him if he would be my partner.
Lance, you didn't seem thrilled about it, but you were like, hey, what's the worst that could happen? And it did feel like you're ready to live dangerously today.
Well, so I was in the middle of something when you guys called last week, and Brian Pavlik, the number went through, and I know everybody's like, it's somebody that's calling from outside of, the Disrupt Media. It wasn't that. It was more that I got passed over from Pavlik, because I know Pavlik is very good at this. But I wasn't the one to blame for us necessarily losing. We were both equally bad last time. So I was a little surprised he passed on me, but I appreciate Dunaway giving me the opportunity here. I was awful. I'm going to redeem. I talked to you earlier about this. Like, I have no expectation. I felt like we were going to win last time, so having no expectation, we're playing loose.
Lance,
Can I just make one point?
please.
That I only had 2 choices left on the board. It was either you or Taylor, and Taylor answered Germany, on which country stayed neutral.
You said
In
you
World War
didn't
II.
know who I was.
Were you on the board?
Yes, I was on
Yeah.
the board. You
So
said
I had
you
a
didn't know
choice
who
between
I was.
Save it
Lance,
for the weigh-in.
Taylor, and somebody I didn't know. So I chose Lance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's.
Okay. Well, now I don't feel any better about this. But again, no expectations.
Lance, what do you feel like Dunaway brings to the table? I feel like John has you guys ranked dead last in the entire team
I mean,
lineup.
I'm not surprised. I don't know if Lunceford
Now, hang
likes
on.
either
To be
one
fair,
of us,
I have
but-
said from the beginning, Lance is the person who could absolutely slay this and hit a grand slam.
I could get on
it
a
hasn't
heater.
happened yet, but
So that's why you have him ranked dead
I would
last?
say that Dunaway's one thing he brings to the table would be age and wisdom. Like, doesn't age bring wisdom?
Okay.
And so
Not fair, man. You got
There is
Spud
a
over
there
here,
is
man.
a chance
That's not
that
fair.
something may pop up 1970s television show that I stumbled upon at one point.
or a Harlequin romantic novel or something.
Okay.
Like cover actors for novels.
Before you guys break up, let's move to Team Boomshakalaka here. Jeff, you were the
Boomshakalaka!
you were the former teammate.
You don't know this guy?
He's an essence. Jeff, you were the former teammate of Jon Lunceford with Team Fast and Furious. He became frustrated with your lack of passing throughout the biggest upset in Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia tag team history. Have you made peace with the breakup? Because it still feels like you guys share eyes every now and then.
No, we're good, man. We're still friends. He's just a little more competitive than I am, but that would make the win that much more sweet today. So
It definitely would be an interesting strategy there. Do you plan to pass more if given the opportunity today? Are you planning to use your former teammates'
Boomer
advice?
said we're going to take him in and take him down. So that's what we're doing.
Okay, should be a lot of fun. Boomer,
Do we have subtitles to let people know who these guys are?
they know.
Everybody knows who the
Everybody
Boomer
knows.
is. And
Boomer
everybody
is
knows who
hurricane
Jeff
ready,
is.
by the way. right?
Everybody knows I'm a big Stallions fan. Go Stallions, giddy up.
Okay. Boomer, you were one question away from somehow becoming singles world champion. It was a Big Bang Theory question, a show you love. Have you been thinking about that moment since it occurred 2 weeks ago and missing that question?
Absolutely not. My theory and everything that I did was working out in my succession, so here I am again.
And you're excited to be paired up with Jeff?
Absolutely. I could not get a smarter man on the team.
Okay. Who knows? Maybe that's the biggest regret that John will have after today is leaving Jeff in the dust.
You two look overconfident.
Spud, your reputation in trivia was at one point the highest of any competitors in the history of this league. Do you feel like tag team trivia alongside Tyler was the turning point? Because I don't think you've won since.
I feel like Aaron Rodgers. You know, at one time I was league MVP, highest paid guy, and now I'm on the downslide, and I only can throw for 160 yards a game. But I got Luntz.
Is that ice or a Werther's original in your mouth right now?
Right now it was our sponsor is
Mentos?
Breath Saver, sugar-free wintergreen mint.
Okay.
The peppermint last time didn't work so well, so I had to.
We are going to have to get you to pee in a cup after this is over just to make sure that
Believe
it's
me, that
not
won't be
performance
difficult.
enhancing. John, when you take a look at the qualifying field and how the pairing of players played out a week ago, which drafted tag teams do you respect?
None of them, because respect is a bad term on the Meltdown, so I have to say none of them. I'm not going to respect EG because that means I don't like EG and Ush. But I think there is value to all of the teams out there. I mean, outside of the ones here, obviously EG and Ush were runner-up to my wife's team, and Tyler and Brian. Brian has been decent. Tyler is the current world champion. And Reed beat me last time, so I can't say anything about Reed. And Brown actually got all those questions right when he was on the team with Jim. So they both have reasons to like them too.
What would the win mean to not only you but your teammate as well today? Because you guys definitely picked up some of the pieces after a couple of early draft picks went off the board.
Yeah, look, Tyler was the hot commodity. I know that, but not fully proven yet. He got that one win, and that's pretty much it. Brian has not won a championship, but the only people that have won championships in this competition are me, Spud, EG, and Ush as far as solo competition, and now Tyler. But outside of that, Spud and I have won half of the overall titles in the entirety of Triple Threat Trivia, including tag team. So I'd say it's a pretty strong team.
You call it pedigree. I call it pressure. You're building yourself up here to a point where you guys, I guess, should be the odds-on favorite. We will see. I think we have some odds that are going to be shown here. EG, let's now light the flame and get to the game.
It's time for the second ever Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia Tornado Tag Team Tournament. As defending champions, the Little Kicks await a host of new teams challenging for the crown. Only one team stayed together after our first tag team competition, as last season's runner-up, the Pennant Grace, with Emily Grace McWhorter and Josh Ush Sisk, stayed together to fight for the crown. They will take the stage next week as they challenge the Electric Mayhem with Brian Pavlik and Tyler Johns, and the new team-up of Ryan Brown and Reed Taylor. Now let's take a look at the teams competing in our first qualifier. Landlock features Jim Dunaway and Lance Taylor as they look to make the final rounds together for the first time, as the two hosts of the next round look to lock up the competition and avoid the landmine. Jeff Roberts and Boomer competed against each other in the last solo competition, and they look to avoid that loss to Tyler together as they make up Boomshakalaka with a combined record of 2-2-1. Then the two winningest players in Triple Threat Trivia history have teamed up with Jon Lunceford and Mark Spud Freeman, making up Team 1.5 Men. They have a combined record of 9-8-3, including 6 titles, which is half of the 12 titles that have been handed out so far in Triple Threat Trivia history. It's 1.5 Men versus Landlock. The winner moves on to the championship in the Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia Tornado Tag Team Tournament.
All right, here we go. That is the field in today's competition, and we are looking very forward to it. But I want to now go over the rules of today's contest as we are ready for this Meltdown Triple Threat Tornado Tag Team Trivia match.
Okay.
There are 3 different teams with 3 different ways to score points. Team members will pick a number between 1 and 500. I will then present a general category. Some of the categories may remain a mystery. The contestant in possession of the round can either choose to answer it themselves for 3 points, try to stump the competition by forcing an opposing team to answer the question for 2 points, or you can use your partner as a helpful trivia teammate for 1 point. If you choose to answer the question for 3 points and you miss, then your team is deducted 3 points. If you choose to have one of your opponents answer the question, and then they collaborate with their partner to give the correct answer, the opposing team gains 2 points and you lose 2 points. If you choose to use your teammate and you do not get the correct answer, then your team loses 1 point. Each player is given roughly 30 seconds to produce an answer once the question is read. While there will be a mix of team and solo play throughout the contest, the 2 teams with the most points after 6 rounds move on to the final rounds of today's game. If after 6 rounds we have a tie, we go to a sudden death question with the teams that are tied to determine a winner, and play continues until one team produces a correct answer and the other does not. The final stretch of the game will feature 2 rounds to determine the winners. If after 8 rounds we have a tie, we go to sudden death question with the teams that are tied to determine a winner, and play continues until one team produces a correct answer and the other team does not. There's also the famed Wheel of Destiny, which is utilized when you pick a number that activates it, and challenge flags, which you have in front of you, are available for anything you consider to be a controversial decision. Just know that if your challenge is not upheld, you will lose 1 additional point. Only active players can initiate a challenge, not any inactive teammates or outside parties. Please no electronic devices or outside party collusion until a challenge flag is thrown. At this time, I need each team to select the player that will play the first 2 rounds, potentially solo. So y'all make a decision between the teams who's going to be starting things off for the first 2 rounds. And then I need every other teammate to head towards the lobby, please. Who's going to be starting for Boomshakalaka?
It's all good. Y'all have fun.
Jeff is starting off? Okay. All right, we have our 3 members of the respective teams here. We've got 1.5 Men who will be going first. We have Boomshakalaka, which will be going second. And we have Landlock, which will be going third. All right, here we go, guys. We are starting with Jon Lunceford. You get to choose a number 1 through 500.
Hang on, I gotta fix this. Spud's a little lower than me. Let's go.
It is why the team is called 1.5 Men.
That's correct. Let's go 70.
All right, number 70.
Brad's gonna be like, "What the hell did you do to her?"
EG, number
Of course.
70 is a
Of course.
wheel spin. Let's go
course.
ahead and spin the wheel and see what happens here.
I hate it already.
Is it a bad to get a wheel spin? I thought that was
It
good.
can be good, but it's always bad for me.
Unpredictable.
Hey,
looks
I'm
like
not
a good
losing points
one.
here. I'm in. Let's do it.
10-point jackpot. Let me explain exactly how this works.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a difficult 10-point question. No 10-point question has ever been answered correctly in the history of Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia.
Wow.
No points are deducted if you miss the question, though, but you cannot pass this. You have to answer it all by yourself. Are you ready?
Yep.
John, 4 actors have technically won People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive award twice,
Technically.
with one of them winning that award also being previously a part of the Sexiest Couple Alive. Name all 4 men.
Not a big people reader. George Clooney.
George Clooney is one of the 4.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt is 2 of the 4.
And that was sexiest couple, right?
I can't say.
Sure.
Oh, you can't say. I mean, I thought it was one.
I mean,
of the
I guess
same.
you can say if
Yeah,
you want to.
I would think that was it, but
I mean, that would make sense, I guess, for him and Jen or Angelina. Okay, now I gotta think.
is there a time limit, by the way?
Every time he answers a question correctly, it resets it to a fresh 30
You need
seconds.
to call clock on me,
Because it's a
okay.
multi-part answer.
Trying to think old. I can't think. I don't know how long they've been doing this.
So you're about 15 seconds right now.
Okay. I don't know why this name is coming to mind. He probably has never won it before. Richard Gere.
Richard Gere is a correct answer. You are now down to one final person.
Oh my!
That's a lot of pressure now. This will be the first one ever answered.
Jeez.
Crap, that was my old answer though. I don't know if there's one older than that or if it's gonna be more recent.
So would 10 put them in a good spot?
Yes.
It would not lock it up, but it would definitely put them in a very good spot.
Wouldn't hurt for sure.
I got a name in mind, but once again, it's too recent. I feel like. I mean, not that George Clooney and Brad Pitt have been super recent. Although I could see them potentially still winning the award now. Just let me know on time.
15 seconds.
I'm totally at a blank.
I got 2 names. You may throw you one.
Sure.
I'm kidding.
8,
But I do have 2 names.
7, 6, 5, 4.
This is a total guess. Once
3,
again, probably had ever
2,
won it. I'm gonna say
1.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper is incorrect. The correct answer, and the last one of this we were looking for.
Pretty obvious.
Can I guess?
Yeah, sure.
I would have said either Denzel Washington or Kevin Costner.
Neither one of those.
Okay.
Johnny Depp was the correct answer.
I can see that.
Johnny Depp won in 2003 for his role in Pirates of the Caribbean, and again in 2009 after starring in Alice in Wonderland. Richard Gere was the one that was a part of the
First one I
couple.
get, yikes.
Okay.
Richard Gere won in 1999, but he was a part of the Sexiest Couple Alive in 1993 with his then wife, Cindy Crawford.
Oh.
So,
That makes sense.
all right. So close. So
Richard
close.
Gere's the
Dan, the
pull I
Richard
got,
Gere
and
was
not
a
Johnny
big
Depp.
pull.
Richard
I
Gere
never
was the
even thought
tough
of
one,
Richard
I
Gere.
felt like, out of
Man.
that.
I should have gotten that.
All right, John, you're at 0, but still a valiant effort. Very, very
good
respectable.
Nice B for effort.
All right, it is time now to see if Mr. Jeff Roberts can pass Jon Lunceford in the point standings. Jeff, what number are you choosing?
Number 1.
Get literally anything right and you'll pass me.
Let's go ahead and spin that wheel, EG. Number 1 is a wheel spin.
Sorry, my wheelness rubbed off on you.
Don't know what can happen. Let's see what happens.
No
Oh gosh,
way.
another 10-point jackpot.
Jeff, I hope you
This
get
got
this.
This is
crazy.
probably going to be me like a jackass. So.
No, I hope you get it.
We're gonna run out.
Well,
of,
yeah, will this question take as long as the other
it
one?
won't. We're gonna run out of jackpot questions potentially. Okay, here we go. 10 points. Jeff, what comedy film became the first film directed by a woman to gross over $100 million at the box office?
To rectify a woman?
No, not rectify a
What
woman.
did you say?
What comedy film? What comedy film became the first film directed by a woman
Directed.
Lance, be
I
quiet.
know who the woman is. It's one of two films.
to
though.
gross over $100 million at the box office?
So he's got to
This
say
is
the
a
film or
complete
the
guess,
director.
but I'm going to say Romancing the Stone.
What's your guess?
I would have said Penny Marshall, either one of two films, either Big, but I would have gone with A League of Their Own.
It would have been Big, so you would have
Oh my
both
gosh,
technically
I can't
been
believe I
wrong.
missed that.
Big is the first comedy film directed by a woman to gross over $100 million at the box office.
These two questions have been tough but gettable.
Yeah.
Like,
Tough but gettable.
I would have hated if I would have gotten that one. 'cause
Sometimes
I
they are
would've-
so ungettable, these
would've been
10-point
tight.
questions, but like these are like,
So-
yeah, okay, I see it.
Lance, Jim, I guess he consulted with you to go third here. This is the spot you want. Neither one of your opponents have points on the board. You have possession of the game here. You can take an early lead. Give me a number 1 through 500.
231, Tim.
231.
That's specific.
It's very specific.
Okay, this is a question about intergovernmental organizations. Would you like to
Perfect.
take it for 3, pass it for 2, or consult Jimmy America, for 1 point?
I am going to take the question.
Okay, here is the question for 3 points. When referring to the intergovernmental organization, what does NATO stand for?
Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna mess up the second.
You have 30 seconds.
Yeah.
What does NATO stand for? Uh, 15 seconds.
Oh my gosh. Can I go backwards, forwards?
I'm fine with that.
Organizations?
You're going to have to give me the whole answer.
Well, I was going back. Trade, national arms trades organizations.
Okay, you got the organization part. It was the North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Oh.
The North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Did
So,
you guys know it?
I did
I
not.
thought it was Treaty with T, but I wasn't sure about it.
I thought it was North American something.
So if I would have passed, I would have gotten a point.
if you would have passed, you would have gotten 2 points had they missed. You would have lost 2 points had they gotten it. So, you're still in this. After one round, it's 0 to 0 to -3. Still anybody's game for
out,
sure.
We didn't lose anything.
Oh, so y'all are teammates now?
I'm just saying it worked out for us.
Okay. All right. Be
We're just
careful,
friendly, man.
Lance. He'll start yelling at you to pass very viciously. Jeff's lived that way.
I can tell. I can tell.
Okay, we're moving on to round number 2. It stays just like this. John, what number are you going with?
170.
170. 170 is a wheel spin.
my
Let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
Spin that wheel. Hold on.
All right, we're going
could
to see
it
what
be?
happens here.
Round and round she goes. Where she
2
stops.
times the points.
Interesting.
Time the points.
So it's the same exact format, except everything is 2 times the points. The question is now worth 6 points if you take it yourself, 4 points if you pass it, 2 points if you bring in your partner. Here is the category. The category is 2010 cinema. 2010s cinema. 2010s
The whole decade?
cinema. The whole decade. 2010s cinema.
Oh, man.
You can take it for 6. You can pass it for 4. You can consult Spud for 2. What do you want to do?
I feel like this is a category I should take. It's 4 if I pass it, right?
4 if you pass it, yes.
Dare
4
you to
point
pass
swing.
it. Dare you to pass it.
Are you saying you want it?
I'm tempted to pass it to you. You know, I'm gonna play it safe. I'll bring Spud in. I don't think I need him, but it's just a safe play.
Okay, this is for 2 points. We need Spud to please enter the arena. The category is 2010s cinema.
Now, my strategy would have worked flawlessly last game with this category.
So you're already throwing in the towel?
No, I'm just saying.
We got Spud coming
These are
in.
not people I want to pass movie questions to.
Got it.
Teammate who didn't want to pass.
Yeah, I know, but you're just a helpful aid. This is like when it's the $1 million
Would
question.
you have passed a movie question to Brown or Dunaway?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, this is
No,
for
it wasn't Dim coming in to help you. It was you. I didn't want to pass.
this is for 2 points. Y'all can work together. 30 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Name the 2013 Alexander Payne movie that stars Bruce Dern and shares the name of a state.
Nebraska.
That is correct for 2 points.
Dang it.
Yeah, you're right. I would have gotten it.
Spud,
I'll take the 2 points. Thank
good
you.
job.
Spud. I appreciate you, Spud. I actually never saw the movie. It had Bill Hader in it.
I saw it.
I really
it was
want to see
okay.
it. It was good. I
Done in
think.
black and white.
Yeah.
Okay, Team Boomshakalaka, you trail by 2 points. What number would you like to choose?
180.
180.
I'm just gonna pretend like that was a super easy skip question.
180 is a wheel spin.
So sorry, Jeff.
Let's go ahead and
One
spin that
game where he
wheel.
rubbed off on him.
Yeah. Nothing but wheel spins.
180 is a wheel spin.
10-point jackpot again.
10-point jackpot.
Good luck, Jeff. I
Oh
hope you
my
get it.
gosh.
Thank you. I really hope you get it.
So if I run out of 10-point questions, we're going to have to just spin the wheel again. That's the way that's going to have to work.
I just
Okay.
wanted a super easy skip question for it.
Let's see here. 10-point question. You know how this works, Jeff?
Yes.
Here we go. Jeff, put these Jane Austen novels in order of release.
Wow.
Put these Jane Austen novels in order of release from first release to last released. Here we go. Mansfield Park, Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, and Emma. Has to be perfect.
Yeah, the good news is you've got all four.
True. I
Yeah.
mean, I got some probability of getting it right.
You can guess the first one first if you want. If you get it right, you get to move on. If not, it'll be over. Which one of those
Thank
came
you,
out
Tim.
first?
Let's go with Sense and Sensibility for the first one.
That is correct.
All right. I'm going to say Pride and Prejudice for the second one.
That is correct.
Oh, God.
So now I've got Emma, and what was the other one?
Mansfield Park and Emma.
I'm going to say Mansfield Park and then Emma.
That is all correct for 10 points.
That was a
Congratulations.
complete guess.
My goodness.
Give a probability question for the most difficult question.
He didn't have any idea about the subject matter. He came up there
I
and
had to
drilled
actually
it.
pull names of literally
Yeah.
everybody on the planet that could have gotten Sexiest Man Alive, but, you know.
I'm sorry.
That was the
That's-
first 10-point
He
question
had
answered
two
correctly, too,
relatively
correct?
not easy.
If he
Yours
said
was
rank,
a lot more difficult.
If he said rank these 4 world's sexiest men,
Boom, shakalaka.
then I probably could have ranked him.
Well, I mean, he was going to pass, but he couldn't on the 10-point jackpot, John. So you should know at least that's what he was going to do. But Sense and Sensibility came out in
I'm telling you, it's
1811.
Congratulations,
anybody's game.
Jeff.
Thank you.
Pride and
it's
Prejudice, 1813. Mansfield Park, 1814. Emma, 1816. So
Very good.
congratulations.
Good job, Jeff.
You guys seem very proud of him. All right, let's move on. Landlock, Team Landlock, what number are we going with?
Look, we probably need a 10-point jackpot too. Everybody's got
They've
a
been
shot
coming
at
up,
it. Let's
so-
go 112.
112 is a question about the human anatomy, human body. You can take it for 3, you can pass it for 2, you can consult your partner for 1.
I'm gonna need a little help here. How bad of a hole are we in?
You're at -3.
Yep.
Jeff is at 10. We're at 2.
So if we
So you
scratch out a
are-
point here, is that good or?
Well, you're 13 points down.
Yeah.
I have a strategy. I'm not going to tell it to you because Tim will get mad at me.
There are 7 rounds. I mean, this will lead us into 6 more rounds remaining with a lot of different things that can happen. So
I'm gonna take it for 3. I'm gonna burn us down.
here we go for 3 points. The system known as the bronchial tree is located within what part of the human body? Please be specific. The system known as the bronchial tree is located within what part of the human body?
The chest. I mean, is that specific enough.
It's not specific enough.
The sternum, chest cavity.
This is not what I'm looking for here. I mean, it's got to be a very specific part here. I'm going to let you take one more shot at it, but it's got to be a very specific part of the body. 15 seconds.
One more time the question. I'll hustle.
The question is, the system known as the bronchial tree is located within what part of the human body?
Bronchial tree.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Lungs.
Lungs is correct. And I feel like that is
Wow.
as fair as I could have made that whole thing, because the challenge flag would have been thrown that the lungs are located.
Yeah, but it was pretty vague, though. You guys.
I knew you were asking for lungs.
I was very,
I didn't get 3 guesses at Johnny Depp, but
I needed you to be as specific as possible, and that's it. Okay, so Team Landlock moves up to 0 points, and at this point, we need all of our other teammates to come into the arena, please. We need all of the different teammates to come in as we bring in.
No, you save for this round.
As we bring in those other 3 team members, the only teammates that you need are my dentists. For years, I was terrified of going to the dentist after experiencing some of the worst dental work and pain of my life. That's when I met my future friends, Dr. Jeff, Dr. Brian, and Dr. Nolan over on Grants Mill Road at Alabama Dental Associates. They have very flexible office hours, so that way you can visit the professional dental team that they've put together on a more convenient schedule. If you need to find the best dentists in town, then I have found the solution, and am so happy to share it with you. They not only have all the latest advancements in dental healthcare technology, but also the friendliest staff in town. If you're ready to find that perfect dental team, reach out and try Alabama Dental Associates for yourself. They're accepting new patients now and can help you feel at ease about all of your dental procedures. For more information or to make an appointment, call them at 205-956-8977 or visit alabamadental.com, where they look forward to seeing you. All right, this is the way this round is going to work, guys. Everybody listen up. I am going to ask you to wager 1, 2, or 3 points based on your level of confidence in the category that you are given. However, you could still land on the wheel, which throws everything into a tizzy for sure. So be thinking whether you want to bet 1, 2, or 3 points. The current score, Boomshakalaka leads by a score of 10-2 over 1.5 men, and Landlock is right there at 0. Anything can still happen. I promise you that. I believe Tyler was down by 12
after 3 rounds.
points after 3 rounds, came back and won the world championship.
When you eliminate one team and there's only 2 teams left, you start the scoring over? Like, are
No.
we chasing first place, or are we chasing just to get into the final 2?
You're chasing just to be in the top 2 right now.
You were chasing to your question. You're chasing first place.
So eventually we got to beat them.
Yes.
Okay.
Eventually you have to beat them, but in order to beat them, you have to be a part of the last
They do
2
carry
rounds.
the 10 points over.
Yeah.
Look at it how you want. All right, team 1.5 men, what number would you like to choose?
270.
270.
The tried and true method.
270 is a question about U.S. presidents. Would you like to bet 1, 2, or 3 points? 3 points. Here we go. Who was the president of the United States 100 years ago at this very moment?
100 years ago is 1924.
If we took a time machine back 100 years, who would be president of the United States?
I should be able to remember. I think Wilson went out in 20, and then Harding came in, and he was horrible, but he died, and so I think the answer is Calvin Coolidge. That's what I would go with.
I have no earthly idea. So, final answer, we're going to go with Calvin Coolidge.
Calvin Coolidge is your answer, and that is a cool 3 points that you'll be awarded because that is the correct answer.
Good job, man.
So you have
made the
cut
right
the
choice.
lead in half now, as you have 5 points. Team Boomshakalaka has 10, and you guys have control of the board. What number would you like to choose?
You got a preference?
You're doing pretty good. Go ahead.
All right, let's go with 360.
360. .360 is a question about famous kings.
These can't be passed, right?
These cannot be passed. You bet 1, 2, or 3 points.
Don't want to get yelled at them.
We're going to wager 1 point.
1 point.
Of course you are.
Here we go.
Is that yellow?
Oh, look at this. Trash
Man.
talking has begun.
Here we go. Here's the question. King Charles III was born in what decade? King Charles III was born in what decade? God save the king.
Spud was also there.
We just called him Charlie.
You got a solid guess? Are you still thinking? You're looking for a decade, correct?
Looking for a decade.
1760.
1760.
1760. So the correct answer is the 1940s. November 14th, 1948.
Charlemagne.
Yeah.
You could have just said the 70s and at least,
Yeah.
but
That's all
God
right.
save the king.
yeah.
That's yeah.
Okay, so that's just 1 point down. You guys moved down to 9 points.
Good wager.
Yeah.
Team Landlock, what number would you like to choose?
You got a number? Let's go with 267.
267.
Spin that wheel.
Okay, this is a question about medical conditions.
Oh,
You can bet 1, 2, or 3 points. 1, 2, or 3 points. You currently trail 1.5 men by 5, and you trail Boomshakalaka by 9.
You think we should go for 3? Let's go for 3.
Okay, here we go. The medical condition most commonly referred to as OCD stands for what?
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
That is correct for 3 points.
I don't think they're allowed to say that.
So after 3 rounds, 1.5 men.
Tyler,
at
don't forget to take their point away for Boomshakalaka.
1.5 men is at 5 points. Boomshakalaka is at 9 points. Landlock is at 3 points. It is anybody's game. I promise you that.
It's
at
a
this
pretty
point,
impressive first 3 rounds. Am I right? I mean,
I think so.
Yeah,
Everybody
good so
here
far, for sure.
in the positive.
Full of death.
At this point, I need everyone who participated in the first 2 rounds to please go to the lobby.
Stick around.
See ya.
All right, good luck, man.
I'll be calling you back in. So
That's all right. Just let me know if I can help.
keep your legs.
Everybody have a
Hey,
seat.
And I'm
Y'all
gonna
don't
call
be
you if
messing.
I need
Hey, y'all don't mess with the screens out there now.
Okay,
We don't need no chats going on out there.
here we go. Boomer, have a seat.
Oh, it's hard for me to get up here, but
You,
go ahead.
you.
Yeah,
Jim.
we'll get a step ladder for you
That's
next
right,
time.
thank you.
Spud.
Jim, you've spent a large portion of your life next to a Miami Dolphins fan. What is it like being next to this Miami Dolphins fan?
This one's a little louder.
Okay.
Give me up.
Gotcha.
Hands up.
All right.
Did you want more?
No, that's it. That's all. That's good. Welcome in, guys. Your teammates have gotten you pretty much to this point. There was some team effort there in this last round, but you guys are going to have to make all the decisions for yourselves the next 2 rounds.
953. Am I right about
It
that?
is 9-5-3, and top 2 teams will advance to the final 2 rounds. Spud, what number would you like to choose 1 through 500?
370.
370. 370 is a question about winter sports. Would you like to take it yourself for 3, pass it to one of your opponents for 2, or bring in your partner for 1 point?
I'm going to keep it. I might get divorced again, but I'm used to it by now.
John doesn't like when people keep questions. For 3 points, Spud, the biathlon is a winter sport that combines which 2 sports?
Skiing and shooting.
That is correct. Cross-country skiing and rifle
Cross-country
shooting.
skiing is very different than skiing.
I'm going to accept it unless you want to throw the challenge flag, and
Well,
we
no,
can.
I mean, you're the judge too. I'm just saying.
I will consult, but the key word I was looking for there was skiing. If he had said
Okay.
cross-country track, obviously I would not have taken that.
If he'd have said more specific, he'd have gotten more. It's rifle shooting and cross-country skiing.
Okay,
but
okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Just give me
I
the
appreciate
three.
you keeping
I'm
me
good.
honest. I
Okay.
appreciate you keeping me honest. All right. They move up to 8 points. Boomshakalaka, your lead is now at 1. What number would you like to choose?
Ooh, they're closing in.
I need number 69, please.
Nice.
Number 69. Spud, control yourself. That is a wheel spin. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel of destiny and see what happens to Team Boomshakalaka. The wheel helped y'all earlier for
What
sure.
do we want him to do, Jim? Choose category.
Choose category. So here's the way it's going to work, Boomer. You must take the question for 3 points yourself. However, I'm going to give you 2 categories to choose between. And you tell me which category you want to answer the question from. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. The question is about literature or about sports. Literature or sports? Which category would you like to answer the question from?
Literature, please.
Literature for
Jane Austen.
For 3 points, please, Spud. I'm going to ask for decorum here in the studio. Here we go, Boomer. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is a portal fantasy novel written primarily for children by which author?
And I'm going to have to tell you, I do not know.
And that's your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Spud, would you know this, and does it classify as literature?
C.S. Lewis?
It is C.S. Lewis. That is correct.
Is that
Do I-
Narnia?
That is Narnia. Look at you guys coming in strong here. So Team Boomshakalaka moves down to 6 points. We now move to Team Landlock, who trails second place only by 3 points now. What number would you like to choose?
We're going to go with 111.
111. 111 is a question about famous musicals. Famous musicals. You can either take it yourself for 3, you can pass it to one of your opponents for 2, or you can consult your partner for 1.
We're going to pass it to Boomer.
Passing it to Boomer. At this point, I need Jeff to come on in. I need Jeff back in.
Oh, I didn't know that. I forgot about that. My bad.
I don't know if Jeff is the musical type, but we're about to see. This may still be a smart play, Jim, but here comes Jeff down the hallway.
Slowly.
I forgot about that in the rules. I think I made the same mistake last time. Thought I was passing to one specific person, not the team.
This may be a strategy that works, though. You may have lucked into something here.
I knew it would make Lunceford happy.
That is
I'm
true.
only gonna be any help if there's Muppets in this musical.
Okay, here we go. Here's the question for 2 points, guys. How many children are in the Von Trapp family in The Sound of Music?
You have any idea?
Come on now.
Decorum, I'm sorry. Decorum. I'm unfamiliar with that term.
Are you thinking?
20 seconds.
Are you asleep?
You have no idea.
No, but I know what I'm gonna guess. If you don't know,
What are you going to get?
I'm gonna guess 6.
I'm going to say 12.
12. Okay. You pretty confident?
No.
Let's do it. Well, maybe there weren't kids back then.
12.
12. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Correct answer is 7. 7 children
Well, we
are
would've
make
missed it
up
either way.
the Von Trapp family. So that is going to be a successful pass there. Team Landlock moves up to 5 points. Boomshakalaka moves down to 4 points after they had a 10-point lead. Are we seeing the meltdown of the century potentially here? All right, that is going.
Is what now?
The score right now?
Yep.
It is 1.5 men are leading with 8 points. Boomshakalaka have 4 points. You guys have 5 points.
Okay.
So we now move into round number 5. Spud, you have control of the board and the lead for your team. What number would you like to choose?
470.
470. Question number 470 is about U.S. presidents. Would you like to take it yourself for
I'm
3?
gonna keep it again.
Here's the question. Spud, who was the 4th president of the United States?
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, James Madison.
Final answer?
Final.
That is correct for 3 points. Congratulations. You guys now move up to 11. Boomshakalaka, you have control of the board. What number would you like to choose?
Hmm. 61.
Question number 61. This is a question about famous islands. Famous islands. Notable islands. Would you like to take it for 3, pass it for 2, consult your partner for 1? You currently trail 11 to 5 to 4. You are with 4 points right now.
I'd like to pass it.
To who?
To Jim and Lance.
Okay, we need Lance in here. We need to get Lance in the studio as this has been passed.
Will travel Lance and Jim to many islands in our life. This is exciting.
Didn't you go to an island for your honeymoon?
No, we did. We did.
All right, we're going to get
Maybe
Lance in
that'll be
here.
the answer.
Which island? I'm hoping something in the Gilligan variety.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Famous
All right.
islands. They passed it to us.
Boy, this is one of my passions.
I had us up to second place, though.
No. Yeah.
Here we go. Here's the question. In 1892, Robert Peary proved this place was an island, not part of a continent. It has since become known as the world's largest island. What is it?
So it is not a continent now, is what you're saying.
I will reread the question as it is. In 1892, Robert Peary proved this place was an island, not part of a continent. It has since become known as the world's largest island.
We can talk about this, right?
Yeah. It's Greenland. Yeah, Greenland. Final answer.
Is that y'all's final answer?
Yep.
Feel confident about that?
Oh, sure do.
It is Greenland, home to over 56,000 people. And it is also part of the realm of Denmark. So congratulations, guys. You guys just had a successful answer on a pass. Y'all move up to 7 points. Team Boomshakalaka moves down to 2 points. At this time, we need every single one of our teammates to re-enter the studio as we are going into the final team round. Someone is about to be eliminated for sure. One thing that we've been eliminating, bad eating habits. That's me and John and Jim and Tim Lunceford, the whole gang. We've been with Way to Wellness. They partner with each patient to develop a treatment plan tailored to their individual needs, focusing on weight loss and reducing health risks. I've been excited to be on my weight loss journey. After going in for my consultation a few short months ago, I'm feeling better than ever.
Did you know that one, Spud?
I believe we all look for ways to get more out of our day, and when you're following a plan that allows you to be a better consumer and make better decisions, you in turn become a producer of better results. Leslie and her board-certified team are working with me on reaching my goals and are there to answer my questions and hold me accountable. Learn more at Way to Wellness at aplanforme.com. Okay, this is the final round where we will have all of our teams active. 1.5 men sitting pretty with 11 points. Boomshakalaka has fallen down to 2 points. Landlock is at 7 points. The top 2 teams remaining will move on to the final 2 rounds. So this is the way it works. I'm going to give you a category after you pick a number, and you can wager 1, 2, or 3 points. Spud, what number would your team like to choose here for this team
like
round?
570, but that's over the limit, so we're going to go with 73.
73 is going to be what you go with. $73 is about famous sculptures. Would you like to bet 1, 2, or 3 points? Can't pass it. Got to bet 1, 2, or 3 points.
Yeah, 1.
1 point. Here we go. Mount Rushmore National Memorial, established in 1925, features 60-foot sculptures of which 4 U.S. presidents?
Jefferson, Teddy Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, and George Washington.
That is correct. It's worth 1 point. You guys move to 12
How many
points.
president questions can you
Hey, real quick. We have some
call horseshit,
intel.
but-
Tyler, I'm going to...
Oh, decorum.
I was told there'd be Harry Potter.
You're on.
What's the issue?
All right, so the chat, Nick Doing as well as Jeff brought up that after Boomer passed to Jim and that question was completed, Jim's team did not get another turn that round.
Okay, so Jim and Lance were shorted a turn because they answered. See, I thought Jim passed famous musicals back over to Jeff and Boomer at that point.
He did.
He did, so I don't understand the confusion.
I don't either. It was brought up in the chat.
I just only had to check the tape.
Hey, check the tape. I want to make sure, but I could have
I don't know.
sworn.
I thought the more recent
we've got no
question
problem
was
with
the...
Yeah, so that was their
Oh, okay. Hold on. You're talking about this last time?
Yes, this past round.
This
Last
past
time
round.
They got Greenland.
Greenland, but that was passed by Boomer, right?
Yeah, that was passed to Boomer.
So they should have
Or
one
passed
more.
from Boomer.
So you guys should have one more opportunity.
So then it should go to
So
us.
it works perfect just like this. That's a good find in the chat there, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good find in the chat. They ended the round with a
Good looking
question,
out, guys.
but it was a past question. So you guys have a chance to earn some more points. I apologize about that.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
Very good.
When you did the
Do we keep our point and then you ask
Yeah,
them a question?
absolutely. I apologize about that.
Well, I just got to. If this was like a draft,
Well, I like to get mad
Maybe
about
we-
things. I think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I was trying to find something to get mad at, but he made the right choice.
Okay, we'll take 73 and go for 3 after you're through.
No. This is the exact way to do it. When you walked out, in my mind, I said, okay, that round is over, and that's not the way it
We were
went.
playing baseball though, and
Yeah.
there was a protest. Their at bat would not count. We'd have to go back to the mistake in the game and replay from that point forward.
I honestly think, if y'all want to throw the challenge flag on this and y'all want that to be the case, tee them up for 3 and see what happens.
Well, we won't protest the game until we see how it plays out.
Okay.
Only if you guarantee a U.S. president's question.
Okay, so here's what I need just out of posterity. John, I need you to step back. Jeff, I need you to step back. Lance, I need you to step back. We need to pretend as if Jim is in full control here of what to
and
do.
what's the score?
The score right now is 12 to 7 to 2.
Okay.
12 to 7 to 2.
That is
Includes my one.
that is their one. Okay.
That is their one.
Okay.
Jim, you get to pick a number 1 through 500. Always drama here on Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia.
No, I love it, and I love to push the envelope on the rules here. Has anyone selected number 1?
No one has selected number 1, have they? Oh,
Okay.
Jeff did.
Then
Jeff
number
did.
2.
Number 2. Number 2 is a question about national flags. Would you like to take it yourself for 3, pass it to one of your opponents for 2, or consult Lance for 1? Play. Hey, no working together. No working together.
Bring in my guy Lance for 1.
Okay, Lance, come
I was
on
gonna
up.
bring him anyway for 1.
I was going to tell you to pass.
Here we go.
Just made a huge mistake.
Maybe we'll get lucky.
Poland's national flag is made up primarily of which 2 colors? Poland's national flag.
We can talk about this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no white.
There might be, but I mean, the 2 colors.
Primarily 2 colors.
Primarily 2. Which means it could be 4, but primarily 2 quarters.
I'm okay with that.
We are going to go final answer blue and red.
Correct answer is red and white. Red and white is the correct answer. So, team Landlock moves down to 6 points, and everything is now completely caught up.
Now it's question 2 of the next
Good thing you got
round.
that
Hey, you know what?
extra
I'm glad
round.
we did that. Moving on.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate the chat very much. And Tyler, thank you for bringing it to the attention. EG,
Yes,
thank you for bringing
Way to
Tyler
go,
in.
Tyler. You cost me a point.
Yes, of course.
Okay, we got the game right. Here we go. Team Boomshakalaka, what number would you like to choose?
You got a number in mind? Number?
No, go ahead.
I'm glad the chat listens to the rules.
Oh, okay. Let's go with 74.
74.
74.
74. 74 is a wheel spin. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
Get another 10 point.
Spin that wheel, EG. There we go.
More like a Vanna White. She's more like a Vanna White. She needs to be, turning the letters.
Killer combo.
Killer combo. This is the way to catch back up for sure. You get an unlimited number of questions. As long as you keep getting them right, you keep getting questions.
And we can discuss them before we answer.
You guys can absolutely discuss them before
All
you
right.
answer and work together. It's 1 point apiece, though, for the correct answers on these. So y'all will have to really rattle them off to end up taking that second spot. Here we go.
All right.
First question. How old was Tiger Woods when he won his first Masters?
Time?
You don't know?
I don't watch. It's going to be like 20-something.
You think it's 20-something or younger?
Ixnay.
Those two can work together, Spud.
Oh, were you trying to give us the answer, John?
Oh,
Spud.
it's your question.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Their question.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
No,
I
you're
thought
good.
it
I'm going
was.
to say 21.
21 is the correct answer for 1 point. Congratulations.
Yes.
Look at Jeff being the luckiest person in the history of trivia today. Okay, next question here. Samhain phobia is the intense fear of what?
No, Spud. I can hear you over here.
You couldn't. What'd I say?
The microphone's right there.
Yeah, what'd he say?
Come on, man.
How come you put no ears in?
Yeah, come on, man.
Okay.
Don't give the answer.
Say the word again, please.
And if for some reason you were to throw a flag feeling there was some sort of problem, the point would be deducted from them if it was a successful challenge.
I'm gonna hold my flag right now.
It would not be a successful
Okay,
challenge.
the question here is Samhain phobia is an intense fear of what?
Any idea?
12 seconds.
I'm going to say fear of axes.
Fear of axes. No, it's a fear of Halloween. Fear of Halloween.
Oh, wow.
John Lunceford has what we call Samhainophobia. Samhainophobia. Okay. Team Boomshakalaka will remain at 3. Landlock is with 6. It's going to come down to this to determine which two teams move on to the finals. Team Landlock, what number would you like to choose?
I mean, 2, we can't lose, right? I mean,
Sorry, no, you got to pick a number so I can give you a category and then you wager.
Okay.
let's go 17.
17. You were looking mainly to avoid the wheel at all costs, and you landed right on the wheel. Let's see what happens.
Nobody
EG, let's spin the wheel. It's out of your hands now. Ooh.
Oh, what a call.
Super easy skip. Here's the way it works. This is I'm gonna explain. This is completely optional. So listen to your options here of what it is that you want to do. But the way this works is I'm going to offer you up a super easy 2-point question. Simple, easy as can be 2-point question. But if you miss it, then you are skipped in the next round of play. This is completely optional. You lose no points by getting the question wrong, but you cannot participate in the next round. If you decide not to take this option, you can take a traditional 3-pointer that is required. However, the difficulty of the question could be much more intense.
So let me ask you this, though. If we take the easy 2-point,
Yeah,
we miss it, we get skipped, we still go on to the second round.
that is correct. You
Yeah.
still will move.
Yeah,
You
we'll
guarantee
take the-
yourself
we'll
a
take
spot.
the easy 2.
The easy 2-point. Okay.
And we get to collaborate, right?
Get to collaborate, and there's no missed points if you miss this question. All right, here's a question for you for 2 points. What hairstyle is often referred to as business in the front, party in the back?
Go ahead. No, you do. The mullet.
That is correct for 2 points.
You
Congratulations. You guys move up
Man's
to
almost
8.
got it a little bit.
What are you talking about? My hair's long all over.
Party in the back, party in the front.
It's just a party.
Guys, history was made today as we saw our first ever 10-point jackpot question answered correctly. And now the person who answered it has to exit the studio because Jeff and Boomer, this team has gone up in flames
tried.
here on the Meltdown. And big round of applause for Jeff and Boomer.
Boom
Boom,
shakalaka.
shakalaka, tried, we came, we saw. We got a t-shirt. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Please make your way to the lobby. Thank you for being here and participating. Good job, guys. Okay. Lance, you were very concerned about them hitting that 10-point and just being able to coast the rest of the way.
Wouldn't you be?
They end up being eliminated there after 6 rounds of play. So we have 2 final rounds of play. We have the team that, according to the video package put together by Lunceford, was the odds-on favorite to win today. And we have the team who, ranked by Lunceford, was dead last in the entire group of 6 that were drafted. You guys have a chance to really establish yourselves here as a dominant force, as the score is currently 12-8, and we enter the final 2 rounds.
I'm feeling that little Ush and EG vibe right now, to be honest.
It's possible.
If
What
we
does that
can
feel like?
avoid
What does that
US
mean?
presidents, I think we're okay.
Can you clarify what that means?
We're not cheating. What are you talking about?
Okay.
There's no more precedents
Oh,
Hey,
Let me.
sorry.
What is
That was
happening?
a
a
low
lot
blow.
of
I'm
lot of
sorry.
shots being fired
Can you
here.
clarify what he means by that?
EG would like a clarification on what it means that you're feeling like Ush and EG right now.
Well, I think they came in the last tournament. People looked at them as underdogs, and then they were really, really good. People looked at us as underdogs, and I think we've surprised people. Is what I was saying.
Ush and EG were by far the favorites
We were
last
the
time.
favorites.
Yeah.
In the tournament?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I apologize.
EG is taking this personal. I can tell from the tone and the looks. So a chance for you to save yourself, John.
I
There's a reason why they were by far
apologize.
the
I didn't
favorites.
see the odds or the preseason rankings.
All right,
Just
so-
because you guys were a group of 5, Georgia Southern, I thought you guys were Georgia Southern, Middle Tennessee.
I think
Can
this
we
is
have him ejected?
we cannot have them ejected. This is the first time I believe that both of you have made it on to the final 2 rounds. So
didn't even know this part existed.
right, didn't even know this part existed. So here's the way it works.
It's like Greenland. You didn't know what it was.
Very similar to when we did the makeup. Y'all are going to choose one player to be in control of this round, and then y'all are going to swap for the final round. However, there is a chance for you guys to still be able to work together depending on the way the situation works out. So all I need is one of you to step back.
I'll give it to you.
Oh, back?
Just step back. Don't have to leave. Just step back. No collusion, though. No collusion.
Same rules. I can still bring him in.
You can bring him in. You can. It's just like the makeup. So here we are in round number 7. Jon Lunceford, you have control of the board. What number are you choosing?
173.
173.
I feel like I took that one.
Did you take that one?
One of us did, I think.
you did take that one.
273. Just keep going up till you find one.
273. $273 is a wheel spin. Let's spin the wheel.
My goodness.
That's bad, right?
For me, it's usually bad.
Could be good, could be bad.
Ooh.
Ooh. Opponent wager. This is very fascinating, and y'all can work together on this.
Okay, so explain the rule to us. It seems like that I can make them bet as many points as they have.
No.
No.
Let's go into this. Okay,
That would be an exciting spin.
So we have 12. I'm going to bet 40, please, Your Honor.
Here's the way it works. Y'all can decide, you and Lance can decide how many points you want to bet. You are betting that he is going to get the question wrong. You can bet up to 5 points. Anywhere from 0 to 5 points. I'm going to give the category.
But we don't lose the 5.
Will, you do
If
lose
he gets the question right, you lose the 5 points. It's a wager.
Yeah.
I'm going to give the category. He has to answer it by himself for 3 points. It's a 3-point question regardless for him. You guys get a chance to wager once you hear the category between 0 and 5 points. Does that make sense?
This is where the wheel screws me.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Okay, the question is about Supreme Court history. Supreme Court history. History of the Supreme Court. How many points would you like to bet?
Yeah, I know, but it's going to end up being the one Supreme Court case we all know. Yeah. I'm going to say we will wager 5.
Spud, I'm so sorry.
No. Cannot trade in, and I need to
This
make
is
sure.
where the wheel screws me.
Guys, no collusion whatsoever.
I'm-
Jim, you may want to monitor that.
Can I go stand between them?
You can. Yeah.
I guess.
You may want to monitor that. So Team Landlock is betting 5 points. For Team 1.5 Men, this is a 3-point question.
I don't know a damn thing about the Supreme Court.
You're sure?
I'm sure. I think I can maybe name 3 people that are on the Supreme Court right now. Continue.
Okay.
As you were.
Here's the question for 3 points. Name Potter Stewart's replacement on the Supreme Court, who retired at 75 and also served as Arizona's state Senate Majority Leader. Once again, the person that replaced Potter Stewart retired at 75 and also served as Arizona's state Senate Majority Leader. Who is it?
Served after.
Correct. Who replaced Potter Stewart on the Supreme
they served
Court?
as Arizona's person after they were on the Supreme Court.
I'm saying within their career history,
Okay.
that is a part of their bio.
Doesn't matter. I'm just stalling. I'm trying to think of Supreme Court justices that are not currently Supreme Court justices, and it's not Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
15 seconds. Seven, 6, 5, 4,
I have
3,
no earthly
2,
idea.
1.
Clarence Thomas.
Clarence Thomas.
It's another one I can name.
Spud, did you know the answer? The correct answer was
Brett Kavanaugh is the only other one I can name.
the first woman to serve on the nation's highest court, Sandra Day O'Connor. Sandra Day
I guess
O'Connor.
I goes close with Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Yeah.
So, Team
What kind of
Landlock.
question is that? It is a hard question.
I mean, it is Sandra Day O'Connor. I would say is a pretty notable figure in American history.
Not for me.
in Terminator, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I would have gotten that. Yeah.
So, Team 1.5 Men moves down to 9 points. You guys went for the full 5 points there.
I'm sorry, Spud.
So you guys will move up to 13 points. You are in control here. I need, once again, Spud stand back, Lance stand back, because Jim has control of the board here. Okay. Jim, what number, 1 through 500, would you like to choose?
We're going to go with the magic number 3.
I know, right?
Number 3 is a wheel spin. Let's
hope
go
it
ahead
screws you
and
like it
spin
screwed
the
me.
wheel.
Oh, that was the one thing. How many wheel spins are on this thing?
Because
a lot of
the
wheel
other reason it
spins.
screwed me is because that's obviously something here in the category I would have gotten Spud in. See, they can't lose points on this. See, Spud, we're getting screwed by the wheel.
Killer Combo, here's the way it works, Jim. You're going to have to do this by yourself.
Shoot.
But I'm going to
plans.
give
I'm
you a
pulling
question. You can't lose any points. It's a
can't
bonus
lose
round.
points?
Can't lose
That's a
points.
win for me.
You get a question right, get another question.
Okay.
Each question's worth 1 point.
Okay.
Okay? Are you
I
ready?
cannot lose points.
You cannot lose points. Here we go.
Congratulations.
All right. First question. For 1 point, who besides Britney Spears did Madonna kiss at the 2003 VMAs? This is for 1 point.
What year?
The question is, who besides Britney Spears did Madonna kiss at the 2003 VMAs? By the way, the VMAs happening tonight. Eminem opening the show.
Wow. So it's not Eminem.
Tyler Weir at 9 points.
That is correct. Team Landlock is at 13. Team 1.5 Men is at 9. Jim, you have 10 seconds remaining to produce an answer.
I'm going to say it was
5.
the girl from Party
4,
of 5.
3, 2.
What was her name?
1. Final answer? Nothing?
Nope.
That girl.
Correct answer was Christina Aguilera. That is correct. All right, so I need partners to swap. We are going into the final round here. Final round. Final round.
God, I missed a girl on girl kiss. Wow.
A lot of different replies went through my head, and I chose none of them.
Time out. Can I have a 30-second timeout?
30-second timeout. You can take it.
As they
Yeah.
take the 20, what's the score right now? 13-9?
13-9. You guys are in the lead.
And how many more rounds?
This is it. This is the last round.
Okay.
So what you're looking to avoid is them landing on the wheel.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay.
Although it's a 4-point swing, anything can happen. Spud, what number would you like to choose? 1 through 500.
373.
Everyone is still mathematically alive to win this.
Every one of both of us.
373?
That's what I said.
Okay, 373 is a question about. It's a question about Christmas. It's a question about Christmas.
I gotta pass it.
You're going to pass it to.
What could you give me a Jewish question?
I could not. Unfortunately, this is what you land
over
on.
and over. You did it to me at the festival. You did it to me at trivia before. You got no Jewish questions on this wheel?
I don't have any on the wheel for sure.
That's what I thought.
But
Here
this is
goes
where we
the
are.
controversy.
Christmas. This is worth 2 points to you guys. You can work together.
Yep.
You can work together. Here's the question.
I love Christmas, by the way. Yeah. Hey, and how fitting is this if you were going to use one of these ribbons for
Anti-Semites.
Christmas?
Also works for the Polish flag. Okay, here we go.
Got to have the colors.
What is the last name of Tiny Tim in A Christmas Carol?
Oh,
This is a very crucial moment. What is the last name of Tiny Tim in A Christmas Carol? I will go ahead and tell you it's not Tiny Tim Melton. This is worth 2 points. I'm monitoring. 15 seconds. You guys can work together. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Hatcher.
Hatcher is incorrect. It is Cratchit. Cratchit. Bob Cratchit is Tiny Tim's father.
I would have gone with Greenberg, so I would have missed it too.
So,
Always got to go with the Jewish guy, right?
That's right.
guys, we have a tie ball game, 11-11. You guys are in control of the board here to finish things out. A lot can happen. The wheel can come up that can create chaos.
Can I just tell you, if you'd have told us at the start of this, we were here with Lance with the ball and a chance to win the game, this is what we wanted.
Lance has got the ball in his hands. This is a chance to win the game. I need a number 1 through 500. Do you understand what's at stake?
Just like Hoosier.
I do. I'm going to go 315.
315. Let's see what it is. Spin the wheel, EG. It is a wheel spin. Who knows what could happen? Anything could happen
We
here.
need somewhere they can miss and lose. Can be stolen. No! Are you kidding Audience me? Help. God dang. We cannot get a break.
Hey, EG,
I
it's
don't
going
know
to be
what this
very
means.
important.
You're about to find out and you're going to like it.
What's that?
It's going to be very important that you get from Tyler whatever the first
Okay.
answer is from the audience that is
Hey,
a
John.
legitimate guess.
We played well.
It is
Sometimes
not
you
over.
There's a lot of luck
I want to
involved.
remind the audience,
It is-
very, very cocky team we've been going against today.
I beg your pardon.
Hey, let's decorum in the studio, okay?
Only when I talk. Everybody else can talk with unlimited decorum.
I'm saying that let's have decorum for everybody.
okay.
Okay?
This has been a crazy day of trivia.
The game's not over yet. I don't even think they know exactly what they've landed on. What you've landed on is audience help. Here's the way it works. The first person within our chat room right now that responds has their answer read aloud to you as a helpful aid. You don't have to take it. It's completely up to you of whether you want to go with their answer or whether you want to go with an answer
Can
that
we
you guys
look at
produce.
the audience answers and then we pick the one
Just
we like?
one.
No, it's just the first one that comes in, okay? The audience has a pretty good success rate, but we will see what
Okay.
happens here.
This is so sick.
Okay, here we go. Here is the question. Sorry.
Can we collaborate?
You can collaborate.
Okay.
No. Hold on. No. I'm sorry. You cannot collaborate.
Okay.
You cannot collaborate.
You got to come over here.
No collaboration.
You cannot collaborate. Okay, here we go. The question is, what was the very first music video ever played on MTV? That is the question. Now, we're going to wait for Tyler to give what the first answer is in the chat. I will relay that to you, and then that's when the clock will start.
The answer is video killed the radio star.
The answer from the chat is video killed the radio star.
That is 1,000% correct. The Bungles. Yes. I'm rolling with it. No, I'm saying that's what? I was just.
So, the correct answer is video killed the radio star. It's not by the Bungles, but that was not the question that was
That's
asked.
the question, yeah.
Hey, quit playing.
Lance and Jim have pulled off the upset, and they have won Meltdown Triple Threat Tag Team Tornado Trivia, and they
I
will
would
be.
like to say the wheel pulled off the upset today. Just saying
It came down to the last question.
that they got free answers from the chat. Good game. The wheel does that to me.
Lance.
I actually knew the answer.
Okay, well,
I actually did.
We don't doubt that.
Yeah, I actually did. I thought it was the Bungles, though. Yeah.
okay, John. Before we lose everybody here, obviously you play a lot of Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia. You also play a lot at our title sponsor, MyBookie.
Yeah, go to mybookie.ag, promo code next round. Play in the sportsbook, play in the casino, and play in the live casino.
As you can tell, John, he's handling the loss really well. He's lost to not only you, but also your brother in tag team trivia. He's not been able to get over the Taylor faction.
At least Lance had positive points, so
Right.
good job, Lance.
Losing to
And Jim.
Reed Taylor, Lance Taylor, and Taylor Korn. Taylors are not good for him here in the studio for sure, but we will see, I don't think any doubt, a comeback tour from not only Jon Lunceford, but Spud as well.
We got 11 points and lost.
That is correct, as we have a
lost last
final,
time to -1.
we have a final score of 14-11. That's going to do it for us here on the Meltdown. We'll pick up the pieces tomorrow on the channel. Thank you so much to the chat for helping out. It goes to show just how important it was, the chat stepping in and picking up that misfire on not giving them the proper amount of questions as well. We want to thank Tyler. We want to thank
cost you
EG. We want to thank the entire crew here, Jeff and Boomer. And thank you for being a proud Meltdonian. We'll see you again very soon. Wow. Wow. Wow.